As the southern hemisphere tilts away from the sun, a quiet transformation begins in the heart of Argentina. While the world often thinks of South America as a land of eternal summer, autumn here in Patagonia is a masterclass in color. March, April, and May turn the forests of Bariloche into a burning landscape of gold, copper, and ochre. But beneath the vibrant canopy, in the damp shadows of the earth, a different kind of magic is stirring. Mushroom season has arrived. It is a time of silence and damp soil, where the air smells of pine, ancient wood, and the coming rain. In Argentina, fungi aren't just a biological curiosity, they are woven into the very fabric of the landscape, from the Atlantic coast to the high peaks of the Andes. But walk carefully. The locals in Bariloche share a legend, a whisper passed down through generations, about the 2-meter mushroom. They say a towering fungal guardian wanders the Llao Llao Peninsula. It is the protector of the woods, a silent sentinel of the mycelium. If you enter the forest with greed or a heavy heart, the guardian remains hidden, or worse, leads you astray into the deep thickets. But if you enter with a smile and true respect for the earth, the forest reveals its treasures to you. However, respect is born from caution. Among the beauty lies a deadly reality. In these woods, the line between a culinary masterpiece and a lethal mistake is as thin as a mushroom's veil. To explore the Argentine fungi is to dance with both wonder and danger. Where do they grow? The answer is everywhere, and nowhere you'd expect. Argentina's vast geography offers a diverse playground for mycelium. In the endless plains of the Pampas, after the heavy autumn rains, wild meadows become dotted with white field mushrooms. To the north, in the humid subtropical Yungas and the rainforests near Iguazu, fungi take on alien shapes, glowing in the humidity of the jungle. But the epicenter of this fungal explosion is here, in the Patagonian Andean forest. The relationship between the tree and the fungi here is incredibly intimate. On the ground, in the thick blankets of moss and fallen leaves, the mushrooms hide, waiting for the perfect drop in temperature to push through the soil. On the trees, the story is even more fascinating. In a rare display of biological harmony, species like the Nothofagus, the southern beech, host fungi directly on their branches. These aren't just growing on the tree, they are part of its life cycle, transforming the wood into a vertical, living garden. In Argentina, you don't just look down for mushrooms, you look up into the sky. Let's identify the stars of the show. Perhaps the most iconic is the Llao Llao mushroom, also known as Cyttaria hariotii. These bright orange, golf ball-sized spheres cling to the branches like prehistoric fruit. They are edible, slightly sweet, and have a unique, crunchy texture. The indigenous Mapuche people have harvested them for centuries, and they remain a symbol of the Patagonian forest today. Then, there is the pine mushroom, Suillus luteus. Found in the vast pine plantations and surrounding forests, these are the favorites of local foragers. With their chocolate brown caps and yellow undersides, they are easy to spot once you train your eyes to see through the camouflage of fallen needles. And if you are lucky, you might stumble upon the morel, the marilla. With its honeycomb structure and deep earthy flavor, it is considered the black gold of the foraging world. But how do you find them? The art of the hunt is about patience and observation. A secret for any forager in Bariloche is to look for indicator plants and moisture traps. Fungi love northern-facing slopes where the sun warms the damp earth just enough to trigger growth. But remember the golden rule. Never eat anything you cannot identify with 100% certainty. The beautiful Amanita muscaria, the classic red and white toadstool, is an invasive species here. It looks like it belongs in a fairy tale, but it is a toxic intruder that reminds us. Nature does not always play fair. In the kitchens of Bariloche, autumn is a celebration of flavor. The Argentine people have turned mushroom foraging into a rich culinary heritage. The pine mushroom is the backbone of local gourmet sauces. It is sliced, dried, and preserved, concentrating its aroma to be used in rich risottos or served alongside a world-famous Argentine steak. But the use of fungi goes far beyond the dinner plate. In modern Argentina, mushrooms are being rediscovered as a tool for the future. We see the rise of medicinal extracts, like lion's mane and reishi, used for cognitive health and immunity. We also see the birth of mycomaterials, where fungi are grown into biodegradable packaging to replace plastic, proving that the future of technology might actually be organic. Even in the world of beauty and wellness, mushroom-based additives are finding their way into skincare, utilizing their incredible antioxidant properties. We are moving from a culture that once feared the fungus to one that partners with it for a more sustainable life. Mushrooms are neither plant nor animal. They belong to a third kingdom, a hidden network that breathes life into the forest by recycling death into new growth. They are the internet of the earth, a biological highway connecting every tree and every blade of grass in a silent, underground conversation. As the sun sets over the Andes, painting the sky in the same orange hues as the Llao Llao mushroom, we realize that the diversity of Argentina isn't just in its massive peaks or its roaring glaciers. It's in these small, quiet miracles living under our feet and on the bark of our trees. They are a reminder that nature is complex, powerful, and deeply beautiful. So, this autumn, if you find yourself walking through the woods of Patagonia, remember the legend. Walk with a smile, tread lightly, and keep your eyes open. The forest is waiting to show you its secrets. The kingdom of the fungi is ready to be discovered.